up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome back to another episode here on the KRU5TYKRAFT server. Today is episode 31, and today we're going to get started back again here at the mob farm where we have our TNT perimeter going on. And we have a lot to do before we can start sending off our TNT again, because we got the fourth side done with all of the TNT. But as you can see, we've got a bunch of blocks here that are still in the pathway, so we have to get those out of the way before we move down anymore. And also, too, over here on this side, we've got some water that's also in the way, and that's all right here. And we also got some blocks over here on this side. So we need to clear out this water, clear out those blocks, and get ready to start doing this TNT down at the lower level. All I really need to do is disconnect all this from that. It should go away, I think. Okay, now I see what's happening. I need to go to the other side. I need to come up from that way. Oh, so technically that should have worked to clear out all the water. And it looks like it's... Is it working? It is working, isn't it?
That fixed it.
Did you? You fixed it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going down now.
Nice.
Yeah, there it goes.
All the water gone bye-bye. Going bye-bye. Sweet,
Have you
dude.
got torches?
Awesome.
Now, time to get your pooper scooper out.
The poop at it, scoop at it. Alright, well, as you can see, we've got all the water cleared out. We've got all the excess blocks cleared out that don't belong. And we've even got all these little trenches all the way around the entire perimeter ready to go. So as you can see, like I said, there's no scattered blocks. There's nothing really. So now we can go ahead and continue running our TNT machine. So our fly machine, our TNT fly machine, left off right here, and that means that we need to go ahead and operate this manually. And this is the homing station, not the docking station. And so we're going to go ahead and send this one on back. Which, why didn't that work? Right, so it looked like somebody had tried to maybe stop these machines because they cause a little bit of lag while they go around. So they removed some of the redstone, removed a piston, and removed a couple of things. So I've got everything back in working order. So now let's go ahead and see. We should be able to send that one off. There we go. Send that one off. There we go. I miss watching TNT fall. That's so cool watching these guys destroy everything. So the goal is to remove that bit of land that got stuck and any other land that got stuck from any water being there, because obviously water doesn't allow the TNT to explode. So we're going to let this machine run and let it destroy the rest of what it needs to destroy. And here they come into the return station. Let's make sure everything works just like it was last time, because we haven't played with this thing for like a whole episode. Looks like everything's working. Very nice. Cool. That one's going to go ahead and start taking out that bit of land down there that's been hidden by water. I feel like I've got front row seats to like a concert right now, just waiting for the band to come out, which when this gets exploded, this is going to be when the band comes out. So it's like, here's all the hype right here. Nothing's been done yet. Then finally they're going to come out and play. But yeah, I feel like I got front row seats right here. Not bad. Not bad. That's going to get all destroyed. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, looks like we're going to have to wait a few times for that to go ahead and do its thing. We're going to have that go back and forth for a few passes. So I've stopped the machine. This machine's done its work. As you can see, we've got no more land in the way anymore. Everything is now nice and flat. The next bit that we need to do is actually quite time consuming. We're going to have to destroy this whole fine machine mechanism here because it needs to be lowered down, and it needs to be lowered down at the bottom down there. And it's going to be quite hard to do because that means that we're going to have to get rid of this water, and at least part of it anyway, right where the machine's going to be. And let me go ahead and get down here. And yeah, we're going to have to definitely get rid of this water because the fine machines, they go back behind the edge of the water, which means that we're going to have to clear out an area in the wall for them to fit into, lower the water down below the fine machines, and then get this thing working again. Because right now we're at, what Y level? We're at like Y63, I think? Y59. We need to get all the way down to Y4, which is the top of bedrock. So yeah, we still have quite a ways to go. So now we're destroying these flying machines. As you can see, I got most of them out. Got one left, and then the other side. Right now, we just got done destroying part of the TNT flying machine, and now we got to destroy that part over there. We got to go do the same thing that we just did, and except on the other side. And then after we're done doing that, I've got to open up a hole in this water wall here, and I've got to open up a hole inside the mountain, so that way that flying machine can be built lower and still be where it normally is. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense.
Wait,
but
when are you building the actual road eater that you don't have to keep breaking all the stuff?
when these machines make it to bedrock. No.
Oh, no, I killed it once, don't worry. I'll keep you safe. You got so scared of a creeper?
So here is the last flying machine, and I've got Get Laid and Shelville over here helping me down below. They're collecting a lot of the stuff that's falling down that I can't necessarily grab because it's honestly rather difficult tearing these things down because there's a lot of materials here that we want to keep, but a lot of them just keep falling. But thank God for Shelville and Laid helping me. Thank you guys. Well, we got everything back. Laid and Shelville have both helped me collect everything here, and as you can see, everything's back in the chalk boxes nice and neatly. So that's good. So we're going to go ahead and break these and get ready to go ahead and start clearing out the water in this certain area. And I think I've got an idea that's going to actually make it somewhat simple. I'm going to be building a bridge across the front of the water, and then if I put blocks underneath it, it should technically clear the water out for like a nice little window, I think. So let's try it. So the plan is for me to swim up here and basically dig out an area where we can stand. This is Y82. That's Y80 right there. Let's go and throw down a torch there so we can see. So the idea is that we're going to go ahead and basically clear out an area for our flying machines to sit in the mountain here behind the water. And then we got to get the water to kind of clear out of this area. Now for the water. I feel like this is going to be easier than pillaring up, I think. I feel like if we go like up there. Hey, that wasn't too bad. So we've been thinking about a couple ways to do this. First of all, we got ourselves a little trench made up there to hold the water back, and that's working out pretty well. But to do that again down below, I don't think it's going to work. Because see, as you can see, we've got ourselves a little moat right here holding the water from falling down lower. But the water doesn't stop. The water just continues and persists, as you can see. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build this from the top down. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to have to work. Oh, really? Wow, that's working out really well. Well, apparently, all we have to do is come here on the sides and get rid of the water like that. That's working out pretty well. Let's go ahead and do one more. Just like that. Let's see if we can get rid of this water here. Heck yeah, that works out pretty well. Works out a lot better than I was expecting. Well, Shelville and Laid helped me out with getting this whole water area cleared out, which worked out pretty well. A lot easier than I expected. I was expecting to go through a lot more work, but all we had to do is place these bits of stone here on the side, disconnecting the water from the water here in the window, and everything just went bye-bye, which was nice. So now that that's all done, we need to go ahead and break out our redstone shulker box and go ahead and start building some TNT flying machines. And as I was just pulling out some of the redstone supplies, I realized my inventory is completely full of all this stuff, and I don't necessarily want to get rid of it. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, I've got some wood right here. I could, and I got a crafting bench. We can make ourselves a chest. So, I've just constructed our first TNT flying machine, and if I've done everything correctly, this minecart should not roll off. Let's go ahead and double check that. Yep, looks like I've done everything correctly. Sweet deal. That one's all butted and ready to go. Now we just need to build the flying machine. So I've started work on the second flying machine, which I'm kind of doing it backwards from the way I've done it up there. I'm doing all the flying machines on one side, instead of going back and forth like we did in the past episodes. But I'm already looking at this one, and I've built it in the wrong spot. So we got to tear it down and restart. So I've now moved this over, so we should have plenty of room for our flying machines. And if I've done everything correctly on this one, I believe we need to place a piston right there. We'll come up here, place in our minecart, and we'll go ahead and place in a slime block right there. Place in a lever, and go ahead and prime that one up. Let's go ahead and see if everything works correctly. There we go, very nice. I have to say, building them this way is a lot faster, building them all on the same side. And if I've done this one correctly, this is the third one. If I place this observer there, that should go ahead and stick. Let's go ahead and see. There we go, nice, that's all done. Well, except for now that I'm done building it, I've realized I've built it again too close. I've got to tear it down and redo it. So now this one's built in the right spot, and everything looks good. And now we're on the fourth and final flying machine. Let's go ahead and put that there. Select that lever. There we go. Everything's looking good. Nice. And now that the fourth and final module's been made, I just came over to this side and looked. And if you look right there, the slime block meets up right with the stone, which means it's going to grab it, which means it'll break, which means we need to mine it out. And also for these observers too over here on the side, we're going to have to do a bunch of mining to make sure that nothing gets grabbed and the machine continues to fly. So we've actually gone ahead and cleared out the entire space right here on the side of the mountain. As you can see, we got a nice clear space going all the way to our other flying machines. And Lade's come over here and helped me out with clearing out a space for the flying machines over here on this side. But if you look, he's actually made an accident with the water. The water's flown out, and now we got to clear it all up. More work to do.
And then this was a mining system over here.
There we
You
go.
can keep browsing if
Now all that's going to go bye-bye. See how that works? See, that whole thing just lowers itself. How much easier was that?
I think I was just, yeah, I think I was just ruining it even more trying to fix it.
Trying to fix it, yeah.
Stop right here.
I just fixed that in like no time.
Now we can
There we
just
go.
mine all this
Wait
stuff
a minute,
out
something
now,
else
right?
still isn't right. Something's not right
I
still.
didn't finish it, but yeah, I was working on it. That's pretty much
Or
it.
is that right? I think that's fine. Yeah, we need to get rid of all this stone now. All the stone that we placed, we need to get rid of it. But yeah, that's looking good.
I bet you had other people.
Looks like Zalharo's taking up a new sport, target practice with the mobs. As he almost gets blown up by a creeper. But nonetheless, we have all of our obsidian over here on the other side all in place. So all that's left to do is actually get our return stations back and forth. That way, as one comes in, it sends the next one off. And as that one comes in, it sends the next one off, and so on and so forth. So, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that, because I've built them all on one side this time. So I suppose the best way to do this would be to actually do it on one side, and then on the other, again, we'll just build the whole thing all on one side, and we'll build the whole thing again over on the other side. So I've started on the first bit of redstone, and I've already realized I've built this on the wrong side. It needs to activate that observer. Alright, I believe I've done everything correctly, minus a few things that we still have to do. One of those things is to send this machine back, which I'm going to try to do right now. We're going to go ahead and place an observer right there, and that should send that machine back. Very nice, that one's going back. Sweet deal. Very cool, and the minecart's staying on. I heard the minecart rolling there for a second. But that's looking good. So next thing we need to do is actually go ahead and put an observer on this guy over here. and we need to go ahead and activate this one. Let me see if I can get up here really quick. Let's go ahead and put a piece of stone there just so I know I don't fall. Let's go ahead and break that out now. There we go. Okay, now this should send this machine back, and it should send the original, the very first one over there. It should send that one off. And is TNT on? TNT is on now, so we should have a flying machine going ahead and doing its thing. Let's go ahead and add an observer right here. There we go. It's sending that one off, and it's sending that one off. Perfect. Sweet deal.
Oh, where'd you go?
I love watching this TNT explode, except for when it gets too close.
I see you. This is for you. Show me your map. There you go.
Well, that certainly turned out to be a successful run. We got all 3 flying machines over here safe and sound. Now we need to go ahead and build the return stations for these guys. But just as I was building the return station over there, I figured we should send this other flying machine over there too. Oh my gosh, which reminds me, we built this in the wrong spot. It needs to activate this observer over here. Alright, so now that's been rewired up and over the top, and the piston has now been put here, so we can go and imitate that with a block. There we go, that's being sent off very nicely. Sweet deal, let's go and watch it. As our flying machine made it in home safe, I was just having a thought that this observer here is literally on the edge of water, which means that we're going to have a piston somewhere in the water, which kind of scares me a little bit, but I think we can go like this, and we can put that repeater right here. That goes on 4 ticks, and then I believe all we need to do is actually put a block on top of there, and I think if we come down here in the water, we should be able to put a block right there without ruining anything. I don't think that should ruin anything on this side. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like it's just doing stuff on this side, and then if we come down here and put in a piston, I don't think that'll hurt anything. Uh-oh. What happened there? Why did that get sent off? I know it sent it off. Just the changing state of the water with that piston going there. It updated the observer, which is, that's not a problem, really. So, I believe I've got the send-back stations all done and dusted on this side. The last thing that needs to be done is we need an actual gap in between here, so that means I need some obsidian placed right there, which let's go ahead and get that out. And I believe if we go ahead and go just like this here with an observer, if we place that right there, that should do that. There we go. And then we can place some obsidian right there. That's good. Then we can take this observer out. We need to do that for the other one as well, right over here. So let's go ahead and do that too. We can go like this, power that piston. There we are. Oh. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. No, that's not good. Well, all explosions aside, it looks like we have a flying machine on its way back over there. Look at that. It's coming on back, which means that that side works. So yeah, this one's on its way back. That's awesome. This one made it all the way back home. Let's see if it sends itself back home. There we go. I know it's kind of hard to see things in between all those ghost blocks, but that's working properly. And I believe that would have made that one work had that machine not blown up. Okay, so I have now rebuilt this flying machine in the correct spot, and we've placed our obsidian there. So our TNT doesn't blow me up. And we've also done the same thing over here. We had a casualty, if you want to call it that, a casualty. That TNT exploded this machine as well, and we got this one all fixed up and working. And I want to send it off. And I believe if I go like this here, I need to go ahead and go like this. Take that one out like that. There we are. And then if we go like this, we need to have a stone brick there and our observers handy. Let's go and get those out here. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to place an observer down there, but we need a block up here first. How are we going to do that? Let's see, if we just go like that, that should work. And then if we go like this and not fall and die like that, I knew that was going to happen. What I meant to do was, like this, get up in there, which is kind of difficult to do, and crouch place an observer right there, which should send that one off. A little bit of server lag, that's alright. So it looks like a few of our machines flew off, and I'm not sure which is going to activate next, because I think it's this one right here. Let's go ahead and watch that one head off, because we're working on this one right here. Let's go ahead and see if that works. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, that's definitely working. Well, while that one's taken off, we're going to go ahead and put a minecart there and see if we can activate this one here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that. There we go. Very nice. All right, then we need to take this obsidian here. We need to place this right there to keep that from heading off. There we go. So I believe I fixed this one properly now, which means that if I place this observer down right here, it should activate this one, sending it back. It should activate the original one. Let's go ahead and try that here. Let's see if everything works out properly. Looks good. Looks good. Well, right at the end of that time lapse, I got blown up by some TNT that got thrown over back at me, and I died. Well, that wasn't very cool. And so we've got Shellville and Get Laid and a couple other people over here looking for my stuff to try to figure out where it was. But honestly, I think it's all destroyed. I don't know if it fell in lava or if it's just, I don't know, I can't find anything. And I'm about to die myself right now, especially using ender pearls everywhere. I'm about to die again. So, at this point in the game, I'm not finding my stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's gone. I'm just considering it gone. And I've got 2 hearts left. I've made it back up here. This machine's working properly. I really wish I could have got a better time-lapse of this thing going back and forth, but it's very hard to walk down there where the ground's uneven, so I was walking on top of that thing, fell off, got blown up, lost all my stuff, so now I think instead of working on this thing right now, we're going to let this thing work, and basically it's working. So we're going to let this thing go ahead and do its TNT blasting while I go back to spawn and make some new armor and tools. And I think the fastest way to get back to spawn is honestly, let's just throw ourselves in lava. There we go. Yep, it's home sweet home. On that note, I think I'm going to call it an episode there, guys, just because it's starting to get pretty late in the episode and I have nothing left. Everything that I had got blown up, and Get Laid said he was going to make me a new set of armor, so appreciate that, buddy, really do. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, subscribe if you guys are new, ring that notification bell, and share this video with all your friends. I'm Broken Bones, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.